What is up, YouTube? Hudson here. We are in day 16 of monk mode. We are rocking and socking it on a Tuesday. I am in my car and I just feel so pent up with energy and lessons and things I've been thinking about that I just gotta share it. I'm headed to the park right now and I'm hoping to do some meditation and reflect on some of the stuff that's been bouncing in my head at work today. But I want to share it now while I still have this energy. So if I'm looking at the road, I'm just trying to be safe, but I am going to share with you these crucial life lessons that have been going through my head. So being 2 weeks into monk mode, I've really been doubling down. I want to explain a little bit more what that means. I'm on this calorie deficit, so I'm a little bit hungry when I go to bed at night. I've been exercising 6 days a week. I've been negotiating things with my two bosses and my jobs to make sure my schedule is lining up with my purpose and I'm not compromising in that regard. And then I've also been really guarding my mind in terms of lust and fantasizing about girls, even looking at girls at the gym. Like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm trying to practice sexual transmutation, which is essentially taking that like energy from your urges and then putting it into different goals and other just like ambitions that you're pursuing. There's like some elements of Freudian psychology in this, because Freud, like, one of the ways that the ego defends itself is by doing that, by taking like your raw instincts of the id and then like transferring it into energy for like positive or productive actions. So that's something that I'm kind of practicing. I've done it before, but the real key thing is bodily breathing practices, something you learn about in the Way of the Superior Man, taking deep breaths and circulating that energy through your body. It's something that meditation, if you practice meditation, it'll be a lot easier to do. If you don't, it's something really random and kind of seems out there, but it is effective. So I've been practicing this to channel my sexual urges, to channel my hunger, to my drive, frustration, just different emotions, feeling through them rather than holding them in my body and getting tense and then like letting out on other people, or trying to find feminine ways of relieving this tension, right? Like through drinking, through masturbation, through just like binging on TV, or even eating like sweets. I've cut out sugar, so I'm not gonna go eat like a cheesecake or a donut or drink a sweetened latte to try to ease this tension. The idea is to learn to circulate it and then channel it. So really, kind of ethereal, Eastern, hippie type stuff. And I know some of you kind of have checked out from this, but if you can start practicing these, it allows you to go deep into monk mode. There's like the level of monk mode where people are like, oh yeah, self-improvement, like I want to get better and overcome bad habits and work on myself. And they'll do it for a period of time, but it stops being successful when your willpower starts to fade and you're not incorporating these practices into your season of monk mode. These practices are the only way to channel the strength of the energy and your urges, not just sexual, but like instinctual urges in your body. I think we are all like embodied instincts and urges, and in our society nowadays, we are so up in our head that we're like constantly thinking about the next thing, constantly anxious, worried, and we don't know how to get into our body. And that's why exercise is so important. That's why meditation is so important, because it takes like the things that are in our head and like our concerns, our worries, even stuff in our heart, and it like brings it down into the rest of our body. And I know Hindus talk about this, like different chakras and layers of like being and stuff like that. But you find it throughout all levels of religion and philosophies across the world, like the idea of the body, the mind, and the heart, or the soul, or the spirit. So it's taking a step back from all the metaphysical stuff. I think what's really important as I'm in this monk mode period is to every day remember that what I did yesterday doesn't count. If I fought temptation to look at pornography yesterday, I have to reset for today and be focused today. If I was able to meet my 2,000 calories and my protein intake yesterday, guess what? It resets come midnight, and I have to do do that again the next day. Now, the more I can systematize that so I don't have to think about it, the better, right? Putting safeguards on your phone, having meal prep and meals planned, things like that, so it's less in your frontal lobe, like you have to consciously think about it, and it's more automatic. That being said, until it is on autopilot, you got to put the work in every single day. You can't take a day off, because that's the day you'll trip up. So a little bit of a ramble, a little bit of a rant today, but I'm feeling a lot of the juices because I have been just practicing these different circulation breathing exercises for the last few days. And my challenge for you today is to remember that as soon as you start these practices, the world will test you. So you have to reset every single day and take that mindset of, I'm going to practice this daily, and prepare for the challenges, the temptations that are going to come from the world. Because whatever energy you bring into the world, like, I'm going to fight this temptation, the world or the enemy, or you know, I believe that there's light and darkness, that there's God and that there's the devil, and the enemy is trying to pull people back from God. So it's like when you rely on God and you say, okay, God, I'm going to commit myself this much, the enemy is going to come at you even harder. And you go to this level of focus, he's going to come at you with this much more intensity. So it's just being mindful of that. And I challenge you, as I challenge myself, to every day reset your thinking, reset your focus, because yesterday doesn't count. What you have is today, and you have to pick up your cross daily and follow Jesus. You have to refocus. If not, you're going to trip. So that's all I got for you today, YouTube. Peace.